All right, welcome to a very special on location episode. I'm here at the home of Jake Kenneke. He was kind enough to host me this weekend, and today we're not going to so much talk about anything USLC or any that sort of stuff. We're going to talk about we had a full weekend of soccer that Jake was kind enough to let me be a part of. Jake, tell us about what leagues, what was the experience that we were doing this weekend.
Yeah, so like the segment we do on USL Championship or the USL Adventure Show is we played two, so it was like a full weekend of that. We played in our pickup league as soon as Jimmy was confirmed, his flights were confirmed. I told him like sign up immediately. I'll show you which one. We signed up, had a good time. He scored on me. The sun was in my eyes, but
It was 9:30 at night when I scored on you. The sun was long gone.
so we had a good time. Pickup's fun, and then Sunday morning woke up, went and trained with my brother-in-law Mike. Shout out Mike,
Good dude.
Just wanted to get Jimmy used to the skillet that is the indoor field we play on. Just like real short turf, super hot. The dude from Atletico Madrid definitely couldn't play there.
His toenails would have fallen off.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and then right now, the reason I look like shit is because I just got done dominating indoor. Jimmy held him to one goal, mainly because of my defense. But
Your defense, you scored a goal.
ended up cheating up and explained to him that what he got to see was essentially Haley's Comet because I even when I'm playing outfield, I don't score a lot of goals. So
It was just my presence that inspired him to go forward and score. No, certainly like Saturday was a lot of fun. Shout out to other Mike, not his brother-in-law Mike, the guy who organizes the pickup stuff. Like very cool dude. I appreciate him letting me in for that. It was a lot of fun. It went from like 8-on-8 to eventually I think we were down to like 5-on-5 by the end.
yeah,
But
shrunk the field and everything.
yeah, but it was a good time. I love pickup soccer. My favorite soccer is pickup soccer, honestly. So, that was a lot of fun. My knee didn't fall apart, which was great. But yeah, the indoor tonight was a ton of fun. I can't like I wasn't like I'd had Jake explain to me what it is, right? Because it's not. I mean, it's indoor style of play, but it's outdoor. I can only tell you that uh, it's like playing in like what I imagine Mad Max's home field would be, right? It's like in the middle of like this dirt lot. There's these two beautiful little indoor fields with astroturf that Barry Sanders ran on. And I say astroturf because like my knee is fucking ripped up. I went down one time and I got ripped up. But playing goalie, it was good. Unfortunately, the one goal I gave up was a nutmeg, and I hate that. Um, but yeah, we won, right? It was 5-1, 6-1.
5-1-6, yeah, something like that. We pretty much dominated. Probably should have been 7 or 8-1. There was a couple goals where guys were goofing off, but held them down. We have a really decent team. Mike and I have been. My brother-in-law Mike. There's so many fucking Mikes.
A lot of mics in our life, yeah.
Mike and I have been praying for a team like this, guys that are actually like fucking dedicated to showing up and actually wanting to play. And then having a legitimate goalkeeper definitely made a fucking difference. So
give yourself a little credit, huh? No, I mean it was nice. I mean, I think that like I know certainly Jake played for pickup on Saturday. He played goalie, and I got to run field, and then it kind of worked out tonight because he doesn't. He always has to play goalie for indoor. Gave him an opportunity to be out in the field and stretch his legs out and got a goal. So, Mike, the brother-in-law, maybe if you're watching this, maybe give Yake here a couple more chances on the field. He's a goal scoring machine. So, no, it was good though, and like they were a lot shorter. I wasn't. I guess I didn't know what to expect. Like our games, I play back home indoor, like an hour long. These ones were just 20-minute halves, right?
Yeah, they try to get you in and out pretty quick. The halftime like is supposed to be 5 minutes, but those refs are just trying to get you through super quick. So it's just you go to take a break, you drink some water, and then he's blowing the whistle almost immediately. But it's a fun league there. Like soccer culture in El Paso is really, really cool. There's a lot of talent. I'm excited for Locomotive Academy. It hasn't done what I initially thought it was going to do. They haven't really relied on the academy, but one of the things I've always thought about is, there wasn't a lot of structure here for a very long time. Like guys like Pepe, they got their start through the Dallas satellite camp that was here, and then eventually got dragged to Dallas to go play. But now that there's an actual academy here with a chance to play for Locomotive, I think it's going to do a lot of good. Like give some of these kids structure, because the joke always had been for a while is, if you didn't make that Dallas camp, you were going to Foster FC, which is a construction company here, Foster Construction. So it's nice to see a lot of these kids getting a chance now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there was, certainly like tonight was a lot, and like your team, a lot more older guys and stuff like that. But like pickup on Saturday was a lot of, I say kids, I'm 38, but they're like, well, a lot of 19, 20, 21-year-olds and stuff in that league that kids can run and play. But yeah, there was a lot of talent, even just for pickup. So it is cool that they're starting to do that. And I hope that they, from where I'm from, there's a lot of youth structure established, but it's a lot of pay for play stuff and that get into that uckiness of U.S. soccer and some of that shit. Hopefully that doesn't go that way here, but yeah, I guess I didn't know what to expect. I honestly I came at the best time for me. It's the only time that I can ever say that in June it was hotter in Michigan than it was in El Paso. So I'm certainly glad I got to experience it there. But yeah, it was good times. It was good times, man.
He just missed the rain. Like our quote unquote monsoon season's about to start here. This is what the forecast is saying. It should start raining any minute now, and it might rain for the rest of the week. So luckily we were able to get the game in. The initial forecast, I was kind of scared to tell him like Friday, it was saying that it was going to start dumping on us at game time pretty much. So it was good to get to play. And then that's why I made a big deal out of at least making the pickup and at least doing some training before, in case this game get canceled, because they do cancel for a substantial amount of rain. We've played in drizzles, but
it was nice that we had that 9:30 slot as opposed to that 6:30 slot, because I got to tell you, the Sunday training that we did at noon was roasty. I sweat way more at the kicking the ball around on Sunday than I did tonight. Diving around. So, yeah. But yeah, I like your brother said, or your brother-in-law said, he plays 3, 4, 5 games a week if he can. It's certainly I appreciate that sort of passion for it, and I'm sure if I was here, I would be right there with him. How many teams can I play on? Even tonight, I got to play part of a second game, just all they're waiting for the goalie to show up. So, yeah, I'd be Jake calls them what, field rats, right? Field rats. I'd be a field rat for sure. I'd be all the games I can get into for sure. But it's good times, man.
Those guys I will say this about the field rats too, is they never have to pay ref fees. Because it's I'm doing you a fucking favor, dude. Yeah. So it's I said, it's
my
cool
presence
culture.
Is your present.
Yeah, and then that's what I was telling Jimmy too. Is if they see you wearing the gloves, especially if you're playing well, they will try to pull you onto any team they can. Because there's, for whatever reason, there's not a lot of legitimate keepers here, and it's weird. I don't know, maybe it's something about the height of people here. People just don't want that role.
You say the height of people here, but they're maybe you can share the picture later. But I think I was the second shortest person on the team, and I'm 6 foot. So you got a very tall team as well.
Yeah. And it's like Mike and I were talking about after the game was the team that we're on. It's always been Mike and I as the I guess you could say the core. Is kind of hard to be a 2-man core of a 7-man football club, but we've gone through so many fucking changes. We tried to go young and that didn't work out, and now we've kind of found a happy medium of guys who want to show up. We pulled a guy from a guy named Rodrigo, U.S. Army guy. pulled him onto the team. We met him at pickup. He was pretty frustrated with some of the people he was playing with, and just pretty much straight up asked him, like, "Hey, you want to come score some goals on indoor?" And showed up, and sure as shit, he had a hat trick, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He it's a little bit difficult for guys that only play like 11v11 to kind of figure out the game. Like there's people in this league that, are legitimate indoor players. Like that's their style, and you can tell like they know how to play this game, because using the walls, setting up shots, to where you can set up rebound goals and stuff like that, because it's all walled off. So I lucked out, because like I stopped playing organized around like 13 years old, and I would play like at the local gym and stuff like that. But I played roller hockey for a little while, and that translates to this style of play, in my opinion, more than anything else, where it's like dump and shoot.
Well, you said it like indoor too when I was coming down here, and and I know you said that it didn't have like roofs outside, but what it wasn't like it's really a mix of like indoor that I'm used to like on that field, but it's also like futsal, because they use a futsal ball, so it's a heavier ball, and just because of the way that sand is compacted underneath the AstroTurf, it plays very much like futsal too. So it's a different game. Like the ball stays on the ground and moves quickly, so it makes it more fun, and I really enjoy futsal as well. Like it's I think futsal is almost a more pure form of soccer than indoor soccer, but yeah, it takes like for Rodrigo, right, to like he's gonna like it was his first game. He did score a bunch of goals, but also he's used to like taking rips from outside, and those outside shots in indoor don't translate with a futsal ball. So
that ball dies out so quick.
It does, yeah.
Like there's certain guys that can like fucking hammer it, but like for the most part, if you're kicking that ball for the first time, it's like you're kicking a rock. So, but yeah, like we didn't have any subs, so one of the cool things, another thing that translate like hockey mindset translates for me, is you can literally do like in play substitutions. So ball gets cleared, send the guy to the boards, he jumps out, another guy jumps in, and you got a sub right then and there. So like some of the best teams out there utilize that, where they can actually like control the ball, and one of the strikers will just run off, new guy runs on, and then they start play again. So you can see out there like who the really good teams are and the style of play that they have. I've tried to implement in these guys a Sean Dyche-esque style of play, like just get up the field and we're going to go along with it. I don't want people holding the ball 7 seconds or less, get a shot off. And I will say this, that's what I was telling my brother-in-law, Mike, is like, we were talking about Rodrigo, and he's like, he's taking some long shots. But one of the iterations that we went through was a team of guys that wouldn't fucking shoot. And it's nice. We got this guy, Axel, who wants to fucking score. And we got Rodrigo, who wants to score. And then Cotton, our Yemeni player, whenever he comes back, he wants to score. So it's nice to have like a three. It's going to be nice to have a three-headed monster in attack for that team.
For sure. Well, you keep saying your team, but you haven't told people the name.
Oh, we are formerly Apache Football Club. We are Apache Athletic Club. My brother-in-law, Mike, my nephew, Gio, uses the team name for his basketball team. So we're officially an athletic club. No big deal.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good on you. Good on you. No, I mean, it was fun. Like, I can say now from like at least the Rooster and the Villain iteration that we have now, that I've gotten to come to El Paso and play with Jake. I've been out to Rockville, played SoFi, which is like a very much smaller version of like what we played tonight, but it's like that's just straight 5v5 on even smaller goals. So like I got to play with Mike out there. So it's fun. Like I do these little trips, and I'm glad that I've met like people like Jake and Mike, and I got to do that stuff. But like getting to experience soccer in different parts of the country, like the one theme that I enjoy the most is like everybody's always just like ready for you to come out and play. Like, yeah, you're always going to have like the hyper competitive people, whatever, they're going to be assholes, but most people are just happy to be out there and play, and like they share that passion. And so like if you are somebody who, even if you haven't played soccer, like it doesn't matter, just go play pickup somewhere, and like people are going to be welcoming and like happy to see you and willing to like, help, nurture and foster that growth. So, um, yeah, hopefully I get another chance to play some other places too, as we go down the road here. But certainly this weekend was a lot of fun. It was I'm glad I didn't die. I thought for sure that I was going to die of heat stroke, but it wasn't too bad. So
yeah, it's a really good time out here. I first moved out here in 2010 and grew up at the beach. So like my first mindset was like, fuck this place. This place fucking sucks. It's awful. It's the desert, blah, blah. And eventually through time, I realized like how great of a city it is. Like the city's given me everything. Like my second home, I met the woman of my dreams, married her. I own a home with a pool.
Right there. Really nice pool. Yeah.
Right there. Sweet pool. I have a great family here. My in-laws, I have my nephews. Just like this city's great, and it's going through some trying times right now, and that really fucking sucks. But El Paso's tough, and we'll figure it out.
For sure, man. Jake, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for having me out this weekend. For those of you that do enjoy the USL show, we'll be back on Wednesday. We get. I know I slacked last week, didn't get the power rankings out, but we will get power rankings in the normal show going again. But we certainly had to take a break this weekend to, the show is one thing and we enjoy watching USL, but like getting to play is always top tier. That's the priority number one. So get out and play, go hang out with your friends.
Deuces.